I am your host, Edward Anderson. I appreciate, you all checking out the Shannon Sharp video. A lot of these videos are coming out late. I got like a backlog. I'm definitely going to catch up. So I may fire a few videos out there. Hold on one second. Fire a few videos out there. But it's a thing, and hopefully we're all having a good Monday. Monday. It's raining out here. So let's chop it up real quick. Shout out shout out to Keepit1hundred. I might have to take his HoezmadNewz title and add that into some of my titles, because I swear sometimes these chicks just be mad. So anyway, there's two UK brothers by the name of Shits and Gigs. I see them every once in a while, although I'm not really subscribed to them like that. I see them maybe if I'm scrolling down TikTok. They'll have some jokes. Some of them, sometimes they'll be corny, sometimes they'll be funny. Get a little chuckle out of it. While I'm going down TikTok or whatever. Right. And they have a controversy. I may do a formal video on this, but I want to get some of my initial thoughts out of it real quick and say what's up. So my formal thought, before I do a formal video on it, because this is kind of like a this week thing. It kind of happened, I think, Friday. So basically, they do a podcast. They do an interview with Andrew Schultz. They got a good podcast. Andrew Schultz apparently likes what they're doing. It's collab. It's that type of stuff, too. I'm not a big fan of Andrew Schultz. I think Andrew Schultz does a lot of... Somebody needs to kind of G-check Andrew Schultz, because Andrew Schultz is around certain type of black folks that, like Charlemagne the God and others, that they value being around white people, because they see being around white people, or as he is, they see that as being close to money. So he's allowed to operate in a certain type of bubble. This is why I like people like Godfrey, because Godfrey is very good at navigating that and checking that shit in a way a lot of other folks aren't and won't. And so there you have it. And so Andrew Schultz has gotten used to sunning, doing a lot of sunning black men. And these guys are younger. They're from the UK. They don't know shit. And so basically they do a interview, podcast, whatever, collab. And they mention the black wife effect, because these are social media guys. And understand that, Andrew Schultz doesn't really have the biggest respect for internet people. He doesn't. He sees it as they got it very easy. They struck while it's hot, and most of them are not particularly talented. I've heard this when he was talking about DJ Academics, and he went into broader allusions as far as to how he thinks about folks that come up particularly on the internet that doesn't really prove they're necessarily worthy. And I actually got a video coming out about Tyler's one dude that actually put some stuff out that's really good, that he was talking about kind of this in the music industry. He actually showed receipts, really good channel, 1 million plus channel. So I'm going to kind of go over some of the stuff and my thoughts with the new stuff with the VMAs with Tyler. So that video's coming out. So I got a couple of little backlog, but it's going to be stuff that's going to be coming out rapid. Hopefully, I want to do at least 3 a week, if not 4. And then I got when I go live, I have reaction videos I'm going to react to, 2, 3, 4 minute videos. And then I may do a panel on it. So we're going to get a little bit structured in this. But anyway, so Andrew Schultz. So basically, this is how this came to be. And they brought up the black wife effect. So, we go from Demure is the current one. Black wife effect was the one before it. Soft girl life, Shira 7. These little internet trends that unfortunately black women go through to try to, rather than doing the real groundwork in the image work, the groundwork in kind of maintaining or rehabilitating their image, they think all you got to do is hop on a trend, and everybody other than people that benefits from trends are just gonna all of a sudden see black women in the same light. And that's not really how that works. And even these women don't buy it. This is why they jump from trend to trend to trend. Literally every quarter, almost every 4 months, you have every quarter to 4 months you have a new black female femininity trend, which shows that they understand the value of it, But it also shows that when it comes to black female femininity, as a group, they're gameless. Their mothers failed them. Their mothers didn't pass on any of that information. You have some obviously exceptions to these rules, but overall, the ones that actually know what they're talking about, they're generally called pick-me's, which is ironic. Because unfortunately, black women see femininity as a weapon. They see femininity as a manipulation tactic, as running game on men to extract something. This is how women view game when it's ran on them once they wake up from the emotional high of it. But Andrew Schultz talked about the black wife effect. I guess, no, they brought it up with him. And then he basically made a statement. I have posts on my posts. I just post these posts. These are an interaction I had with a couple of people where one dude wanted to be smart aleck, one chick wanted to ask a real question, and I responded as I do. So anyway, they asked about the black wife effect, and Andrew, and basically these two guys, these are UK guys, by the way, UK immigrant guys, by the way. One's light skinned, I believe one may be mixed, one's Nigerian, whatever. And they explained it, and Andrew Schultz went in and started joking on black women. And basically the real issue is he started joking on black women, saying, because they were describing that you cut your hair, you get like a fade, basically a black style haircut. Andrew Schultz was like, nah, that's because you're stressing out, and they just want to, make it look good, but they're losing their hair. Then he said, oh, you get a beard. No, you get a beard so you can cushion being slapped in the face. Now, let me tell you something. I remember when Daphne Springs was coming up. Daphne Springs was an internet comedian. She was one of the ones that was big in the comedian videos. You can still see her and stuff. She does comedy on stage as well, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But the thing about it is her stuff was funny. And she literally, this is in the 2010s, like 16, 17, 15, 14. And a lot of these people came up off these little stereotypes. A lot of these women, some of them more than others, embodied these stereotypes, and it was funny. They did it in a funny way. I'm not going to lie. And some of them did different ways. All of them was extreme with Daphne Springs. My point is, y'all, number one, it's a joke. Number one, what Andrew Schultz was doing was joking. Now, me, I'm not letting him do that on my platform. I'm going to check that, but I'm going to check that in a joking way because that's the intelligence of it. But the reality, truth be told, what I would have asked them, I said, well, cool. Well, black women are, like this. I mean, how come your people stay dating them? I mean, you got, the Supreme Court Justice, you got Kamala Harris. How come the main white dudes these chicks are able to capture are y'all brand of whiteness? Why? That's how I would have flipped it on them. Me personally, that's how I would have flipped it on them, because I want to know. I want to know, what is it about y'all that you can say all this stuff, but it's always one of y'all. When it comes to like having money or having anything, either they got some economic paper or something, it's always one of y'all that's dating them. Like, this keeping them. For real, for real. For real, for real. I'm interested. I want to know, what is it about Jewish men or your men with them? That's how I would have framed it. Because I'm curious, and that would have moved that forward. With you talking that shit, because that's funny to me, because that's in New York, that's in all of that, right? Anyway, because I believe de Blasio is Jewish. I believe, I'm not sure, but it always seems like that's what it is. George Lucas is Jewish. Just saying. That's how I would have handled it. But obviously, it's easy to backseat quarterback. They are where they are for a reason. Anyway, another thing too is, so black women are so upset. They're so, I can't believe this. This is the hatred black. Like, they get so triggered. And this comment that I made in the comment section of a video, because I've been seeing a couple of videos with it, I decided to comment on this one, is I said, yo, okay, so why is it that Andrew Schultz was the one, the other thing they said, well, they haven't seen any baddies in Atlanta, which, okay, I mean, like, y'all are really losing y'all mind about some basic crap like that? Like, seriously. It's like black men losing their mind if they say, oh, if a woman goes there and they say, any man I see that look good is gay in Atlanta. Well, and it's like dudes just start doing all these think pieces, getting all mad at a woman saying that. And she was specific to Atlanta. I mean, it's crazy. And it just goes to show you, remember, this is also, you gotta remember, black women are having a collective time in the month right now because this is unfortunately around the time where Kevin Samuels passed like 3 years ago. You guys, shout out to Accountable Commentary on his Blackout channel. I'll share the video, check it out. He covered that. I don't need to recover. I may cover that a little bit, but I because I have my unique thoughts, but he did a video on it talking about how they're selling merchandise. Celebrating Kevin Samuels. And so this says how triggered you are. This says who you are. See, it gets to a point where you're hating someone because you can't change the outcome. And this idea, like, going back to these two dudes, they are just so upset. The reality is, here's the truth. The truth is, black women are not the majority of your audience. Black women are not who made them pop. I'm not saying black men were. They have an overall audience. That is their audience. They kind of have that Key and Peele kind of thing going on. I'm not saying they're anywhere as talented, but they kind of have that going on. They kind of have the opera and preach thing going on, except they stick more to comedic, having fun, jokes, good vibes, with a British accent versus, jumping on different groups to try to, that's their way of pushing their stuff more in a comedic route. The podcast comedic, we're gonna have fun, whatever. Women want to join, they can, but what men, this is a men's podcast, jokey. So they're not just pulling from a black audience. They have the kind of black friend thing going, even though they really generally don't talk about like racial stuff. That's entertainment. That's how they're kind of going on TikTok. And they mainly came from TikTok, though they're all over social media. Then you got to understand that UK, black folks are dealing with non-black women at a 50% rate in the UK. So, I don't get, like, so, again, now, I will say this, to be, at least black women are not trying to act like these dudes are African-American. I guess they can't do that because the accent gives it away, right? Also appreciate Kareem with the $5 on the Shannon Sharp video. Kareem sponsored that by dropping 5 on it. Much appreciated. I always love y'all dropping 5 on the videos. And now I'm doing uploads again. If y'all got a video y'all want me to cover and spit 8 to 13 minutes on it, holla at me, EdwardAnderson300K@gmail, and we'll see what it is. Let it be within the realm of what I already like to talk about. Let it not be no off the wall stuff you ain't never heard me really speak on, or at least adjacent to it. But they're just getting mad, talking about they're going to be canceled, they're going to be this. No, they're not, because this is our audience. Number one, you all are doing what you all always do. Number one, you all are spreading them out and giving them controversy. Because these are, I don't want to call them cornball, but these are guys that they're not really controversial like that. You're giving them controversy. Some of their jokes do land. Because they do a lot of, I don't want to call them not jokes, but if you see their channel, you know what I'm talking about. They do stuff like that, where people, put, and it's not even their jokes, it's jokes that they read off and stuff like that. So they do a lot of stuff, react a lot of different stuff. So what you chicks do is you all get triggered, and you all just start making all these videos, spreading them out in the algorithm, and then these dudes get bigger, and whatever, because they really didn't say anything. All they really said was they didn't see no baddies in Atlanta. That's all it is. Oh, and women like, oh, it ain't nothing but baddies in Atlanta. It's like, yo, this is very high school. And you got like 30-something-year-olds, chicks that are my age. Like, it's like y'all are having high school conversations. So anyway, in the comment section, all I said was, I want to know why Andrew Schultz, like, I'm seeing all these videos and this algorithm that's hitting me in this feed, and I don't see one, and I don't see nobody talking about Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz has a history of throwing digs at black women. Why isn't it that you all are giving him a pass? I'm not saying the other two dudes don't need to be in your centerpiece for you all being mad, but I said, why is he getting an absolute pass? Just asking for a friend. Somebody respond, well, what it is that, we expect that type of hate. It's got to be hate. Saying black women have an attitude and have attitudes and they have that reputation, that is not hating black women. That is stating an observation. I don't know why, because let's be very clear here. if that was a ridiculous notion, you all would be able to produce things to the contrary. You all attack black women that are the contrary. So I don't know what. Anyway, I just can't stand this hyperbolic language everybody needs to do, because what it shows is you're speaking to somebody's emotions. You're not smart enough to actually convince somebody or something. But anyway, and it's like, well, we expect that hate from white people or non-black people, but with them we don't. It's like, yo, have you been online for the last fucking 10 years? Like, y'all act like y'all opened your phone up and this shit is just some new shit. This shit been like since 10. Like, have you, like, what are you talking about? And it's like they think, well, we just need to be outraged enough. And if we're just outraged enough, then, you know, somebody's just gonna do something, because y'all can't do nothing but be outraged. So it's like, I was like, no, that's not a good enough answer. But, you know, she marinated. So I said, well, here's my thing. Andrew Schultz has history, and it was one asshole, she, XXS, whatever. You know, they want to be real anonymous. They sat there, and then they were saying, well, if you don't understand because you can't comprehend that black women would be madder. I'm like, no. Oh, I understand. I don't know who you're talking to. That's why I said. But I said, I understand perfectly fine. Black women know who the hierarchy. Andrew Schultz is white, so you know your fucking place. And when he's saying something you don't like, you act like you didn't fucking hear it. You know, when you say, what you say? Like, you know, when Homelander ran up on A-Train, when A-Train said something under his mouth, and then A-Train, like, and I get it, A-Train trying to live. You know, I get it. But what I'm saying is, that's what y'all doing. That's option A. And I said this in the comment. Option B is y'all want to date guys like Andrew Schultz, so you tolerate it. And my only conclusion to that is this, because I'm talking across the board. Now, you know me. If I've seen like back and forth, I would mention back and forth. But I mean, it's almost as if Andrew Schultz wasn't there. And it's like, yo, he went there. They didn't go there. And I've seen them defend black women too. So it's kind of like, when you have a guest, you always have a guest for the next guest. I'm not saying you just let people do whatever you want to do. I've already said how I would have handled it in a jokey way. But, you know, they got a business to run, and if y'all gonna be mad, y'all just gonna be mad. Y'all need to make them hot. And you know, how do you know that, Edward? Because they're in the UK. And if they did, and they wouldn't have said that if black women were their main audience. So this thing where y'all think y'all about to get somebody canceled, like, they're not in America. And quite frankly, a lot of dudes might see them that otherwise didn't see them. I ain't saying this is gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but hey, they're gonna get bigger off of this than not. The best thing y'all see now, it used to be you ignore people, now y'all can't ignore it, y'all just get outraged. But again, my main point is, if you all are not triggered by Schultz saying it, then I don't want to hear it. It's not important. If it's not important this like selective standards y'all like to have. Well, if you don't understand, it ain't about understanding. It ain't about understanding that your own. Black women, like, it's almost as if black women don't talk shit about black men every day. And some of the same ones that listen to consistent black male, and it is bashing, because most of it is lies. The fact that you all could listen to that, swipe to a video, see this, and y'all are just so appalled. Women actually, and it's not just black women, by the way. I saw this on some whatever show stuff. Y'all actually believe that you all can be hateful evil as evil as y'all want to be, whether you're black women or white men. I literally heard a woman on whatever show say, I don't even know why men are even allowed to live. Now, if a man says that, I'm sure that's a crime. Even to verbalize that. Let alone you break it, you break it to serve as hate speech. Let women say, they can just casually say that. And not even think it's a big deal that they're saying it. Women actually believe that they can do whatever. And that's the problem. They believe that they can do whatever, but anything goes to them. That grown women believe that they have more rights to life than a fucking 3 or 4-year-old. You don't believe me? When has a one man killed a woman and been able to play, regardless of race? Now I get white and black, I get that, but you know what I'm saying? White man, white woman. You get what I'm saying? That he has been able to plead insanity or plead crazy. Now women, let women harm children, whether they run them over, which there's a story with that, running over like a 7-year-old, drown them, leave them in the car, that's the favorite choice. Somehow, it's she's insane. If she does something crazy, she's insane. If it's not crazy, it's an accident. When have you seen a dude be able to skate? He left a boy or a girl in a hot car, they died. Oh, it's an accident. Never. I'll share the video in the community tab, but the comments are in the thing of the video I'm talking about. But if y'all around, y'all should have saw it by now because it was over the weekend if y'all on TikTok. Yeah, what's up, Mr. Snazzy? What's up, Program Biomish? What's up, Landon? What's up, Deadly Shells, Captain Cisco, King Little, Eric Bird? And so my main point is this like fake outrage. And SWP did something too. It was on a different topic, but it was the audacity to be outraged. That shit is like, yo, all of y'all ain't young like that. Some of y'all are north of 30 acting like this. Like, if y'all are over 25, y'all supposed to act grown. And it's crazy how they, and it's like, I'm looking at the comments, I'm like, nobody saying nothing about, well, we expect that. No, you tolerate it. There's a difference. Black men expect y'all to do what y'all do. That don't mean we just gonna deal with y'all anyway. You tolerate it. Don't tell me, well, we expect the hate. Are you serious? That impacts you way more than black men does. That has economic impacts, all of that. What are you talking about? And then it's just how they casually said that. And it's like, yo, you tolerate it. So I don't know why you think I'm going to care if you don't. It's only an issue when black men do it. I'm going to sit down and shut up. Then you need to sit down and shut up with them too. Keep in mind, we're not talking about you crashing out over a job. We're talking social media. You can't even compel yourself to show that you're upset about Andrew, what he said. And this is not his first time knocking on black women. You can't even compel yourself. You teaching them how to treat you. This is why when they treat you like shit, when you in a relationship with these people, only thing y'all know to do is blame black men as if that's going to change anything. And by the way, that's a signal that you're not going to do nothing. My thing is this. If you agree with the racial hierarchy, I don't want to hear you complain about it. If you act like you are participating in the racial hierarchy, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear what you got to say about colorism there's a difference between not liking colorism and wishing you were light skinned. That's not the same thing. It's not. And a lot of y'all just wish y'all was on the other side. And so you all take that out on the next person. I don't know why, and so what happens is you got these chicks that they like to blow off steam. And then they want you to be empathetic with them. And then you're not understanding like what you actually being empathetic about because they're not telling the whole truth. And I just wanted to comment on that. Maybe I'll make a full video on that one. Maybe I won't. But ultimately, that was crazy. I mean, they just all over social media. Acting like they just so mad. And it's like, I'm like, yo, why are y'all just skating on Schultz? Y'all just acting like he didn't say nothing. Well, you know, we expect that. Then expect it from black men then. Y'all been hearing it for 10 years. Why are y'all acting like, you know, this is just some brand new thing and we just some happy family? You think, like, if I hear a black woman say, abort black male babies, I don't just, oh my God, I already know what time it is. I already know what time it is. And it's this like I'm a victim. It's this please help me. Like it's crazy because these will be the same chicks that when a black woman gets murked by a non-black person, they ain't nothing to talk about. And it's like, yo, it doesn't matter ultimately because black men we have our own black male media now, so y'all can't just create these little narratives. That stuff is economically self-perpetuating and it's growing. So these little narratives, we have our side of the story. Y'all done quite frankly showed too much of y'all's hand with some of the stuff that y'all have done. And y'all act like y'all can't stop. Like y'all think it makes y'all, you really think it makes y'all look good when y'all do Kevin Samuels Rest in Hell streams? You think like that's one black, do you understand y'all are making black women look like, do you not understand there was a whole bunch of black women and other women that definitely agree with what Kevin was saying? Do you not understand that? Y'all are out here looking crazy. And it's like they have this, they don't understand that. They don't understand, you know, I was talking to somebody offline, they're like, yeah, they do the workforce. They absolutely do. Like that whatever show too. I've spoken on that, you know? Like y'all are like, really, we don't even need to be here no more because y'all are just self-perpetuating it. And then it's like, oh, well, it's because I'm mad because black men. No, you don't want to be black. That's what that is. Y'all just need to tell that truth and stop acting because y'all don't got to deal with black men. I don't understand why I don't understand why y'all act like somebody's forcing y'all to deal with black men. Y'all can deal with whoever y'all want to deal with if they're going to take you. Anyway. Yeah, they are. I mean, they are living forever. I mean, the thing about it is the left, and like I said, with Kevin, they hate Kevin because they hate the truth. Kevin is a stand-in for the truth. Because if what he said didn't matter, if what he said wasn't accurate, y'all wouldn't be that mad. 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 And so I don't know what oh, I hate Kevin Samuels. Oh, where's Kevin Samuels? What is he already is? And guess what? His daughter got more. Here's the funny part. The funny part is Kevin Samuels' daughter got at least got a month to month. She got month to, I'm sure he left that to her, that YouTube channel. She's got, well, we know because she had control over it. So she's getting a month to month check. Just to give you some numbers, 250, just to give you some numbers, 250,000 views a month. If it's monetized, is $1,000. I'm very confident Kevin Samuels' channel does at least 1 million. That makes it easier for her. That makes it easier for her mom. So she ain't like a burden or whatever. Let's see. Let's go. Just real quick before I end this. Make sure y'all hit up the Cash App. His channel still comes up. Let's view the channel stats. Yeah. Kevin said like I'm just clicking on random because it's not showing me accurate stats. There's not a lot of channel, a lot of stuff that gets uploaded. But channel Kevin got videos that do 4,000 views per yeah, Kevin got channels. A lot of Kevin's videos do like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 views per day. Yeah. So Kevin's channel is probably doing 4, 5, maybe $6,000 a month. So you and the funny thing is, the only thing you can do to hate Kevin Samuels is you can't it's crazy, man. It's funny. It's funny because all you doing is keeping his name out there. I don't know how y'all don't understand that. But whatever. Appreciate Ruminant Melanoid. Appreciate that. Also, shout out to Professor Black Truth with that kind of report on what those folks did in California with the reparations bill. That fight is continuing fight, and a lot of people like a lot of these arguments, man. Folks need to be honest and just say, I'm not for reparations because if you ADOS, I don't want white folks to get mad at me, and that's why I'm not for reparations. Y'all need to just be honest. Or I'm not really from here, and because I'm not going to get it, I don't want y'all to get it. Just say that. All these little extra arguments about it, it's BS. Yeah. And so at the end of the day, he's good. His legacy is good. He passed on something to his daughter know her dad had an impact. She good. That makes it so it's easier for who he had his kid with. Like, let's just be real. He's fine. But guess what? 2 black women, or at least one, is benefiting from what he did financially. But you never get points for that. He don't get points for that. Because it's just, what are you mad at now, and nothing else matters. And at the end of the day, from a quality of life standpoint, from a success standpoint, the reality is, man, most of y'all y'all are not going to have a good life. Y'all making black men the center of everything that's wrong with you, and y'all not being honest that it's really y'all being black that y'all really don't like. I really feel bad for a lot of y'all because, number one, that's a lot of cortisol that y'all are carrying. Number one. And number two, I don't understand. I really don't get why you think if you just hate black men enough, black men, like you being black is just going to be easier to deal with. I just don't get that. I don't get and this is how, and all these sisters that got psychologist degrees, yet you never hear no internal. They never take that knowledge and apply it from self as a way to increase their quality of life. In fact, if they do try to hold black women accountable to I'm talking about to their outcomes, they can't do it. To the point where a lot of black women that actually have client work can't do it unless you lying to them. That's sad. That's sad. That's a sad existence. Yeah, well, I mean, my thing is then cool. Then you all need to deal with other races. That's how you deal with that that boy. When they sit here and they say you weak, you say cool. Go ahead and go get you another race. Like all that stuff, I don't pay attention to none of that they talking about. All that you weak, you this, you that. Like, you got to remember, the only person that can say that to you is somebody that's doing better than you. Like, you all shouldn't care about nothing nobody is saying if you're doing better than them. Financially, relationship-wise. If not relationship-wise, financially, because we already know. You opening your legs to dudes, that's not a relationship. That's just you selling yourself out. That's all that is. That's you whoring, because you ain't even getting money for it. So these chicks, they willing, like, these women are willing, they paid $1,400. Remember, $1,400 to Chris Brown, $1,000 to Chris Brown for a moment. I want you to really think about that. But they clowning dudes. I want you to really think about that. In fact, I don't even, like, real talk, you, like, honestly, you have to ask yourself, why do women even have the opportunity to call you weak? Why are they even around you enough to even have the opportunity? Appreciate JD Aesthetic for $10 and SC. Like, y'all gotta ask yourself. Like, a lot of this stuff, I don't even. I may do it online, but real talk, even in these like back and forths, I was just. Anyway, let me see if they even said anything. Let me see what they talking about. And by the way, just so y'all see it, because y'all be like, well, what are we talking about? Could I understand that? Here.
Currently facing backlash for laughing at an insensitive joke about black women on the Flagrant podcast when Andrew Schultz mentioned the black girlfriend effect.
Wait, what is the black girlfriend effect?
Oh, you don't know about this? Blow out the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got a buzz cut, like, clean shape up.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed out on this black girl complaining about shit all day. They grow beards because there's more cushion when they get slapped the out. Also on a recent podcast on Poor Minds, James and Fuhad were asked if there were any baddies in Atlanta, and they stated they had seen the least baddies in Atlanta, which definitely didn't sit right with people.
There are baddies there? In Atlanta?
In Atlanta? I've seen the least baddies so far.
Oh!
Yeah. I just told you Atlanta's clapped. I never said everyone's beautiful. I just said I'm not seeing any baddies here.
Okay.
They have been losing a lot of fans after these clips started going viral, because people are getting the sense that they don't like black women.
Yeah, that's what it is. And so, and so let's see what they talk about in the comments so y'all see what I'm talking about. Here's the comments. Reply to your comment. God, this is why I hate TikToks. That's why I can't stand TikToks. But that's the video. That's the video. It ain't even that big of a deal. They make it like it's such a big deal. And this is the goofy stuff. So here, just an observation, but nobody mad at who said it. So I think we can expect hate from them, but would prefer black men not speak up but would prefer black men not to speak up. I don't know any black woman who would laugh at a white woman cracking jokes about black men. Bullshit. Bullshit. And then this is what this dude. The fact that you don't understand black women expect that from other races, so we don't give a fuck what the non-black guy says a lot about your ignorance, meaning you can't comprehend the reason black women are bad. I'm like, are you fucking serious? This is actually true. They do rely on other people's jokes. And then what somebody said something. Hold on. I'm trying to see what she said. Yes, they are, but we expect that from that type of their own. Like I'm so tired. That is such a that is a fucking cop out. We expect that from them. Lock the in. I want to talk about them tonight. They up the momentum. These algorithms are this engagement that you see, but you have to build up the momentum. These algorithms are the same thing. They look for lock in, they make a decision, and be area factors that a lot of people don't talk about. Yeah. Okay, this one's starting to gain some steam. So anyway. Yeah. Like, so it's not even that big a deal what he said. Let me it's like they make it like he just said some crazy shit. And I'm like, he was joking. Like, y'all are really that pressed. Like, y'all are making it a big deal. Also, since we running TikTok videos, before I end it, y'all get a kick out of this. Here.
They're telling me this stuff is happening. Anna, would you like to ask me questions and then let me answer them, or would you like to debate me on these topics? I noticed that when you had Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, you gave them multiple choice answers to the questions that you asked, and you allowed them to answer the questions.
Not multiple choice.
I'm happy to be here to talk about policy, but if you're going to interrupt me every single time that I open my mouth, then why am I even doing this? So please ask the question, and I ask you to be polite enough to let me answer it.
Yes, I am, and I think that
Yeah, he got her voice. She didn't know how to respond to that. I'm gonna tell you something. You can tell the anger, like, you know how you got that wave of anger that flows like a wave that comes up over you. You can tell. And I'm gonna tell you something too. The fact that he got that Indian chick, and not that he has an Indian chick, his Indian wife is very accomplished. That bothers a lot of white women. Yo. Like a lot of them blonde hair, it bothers them. It got them acting like sisters. And I'm like, yo. Y'all was slipping. Y'all want to wait, till somebody values value. See, here's the funny thing. Tommy Lawrence said men need to value. Well, you know what? That chick valued value when he was in Yale and he in the military. And now y'all mad. Like, it's funny. Like, yeah, anyway. I'm like, my thing is, for somebody that's 39, that's 2 years older than me, shit. That's a good start. But yeah, that's all it was said. It was kind of like it was shade. That shit qualifies as shade. And it's kind of like, and now the other podcast was, they were on a podcast with, I guess, black women. So if they didn't like black women, they wouldn't be on. That's not the type of show they do. They don't do really gender-warring content. And they told the truth. They told the truth as they saw it. And the thing is, y'all get upset with, like, y'all want y'all ass kissed. And unfortunately, I'm sorry that you all got, you know, color girl. I mean, this is the thing with all this stuff kind of goes kind of hand in hand. So anyway, appreciate it. And here's the thing. Like, hate is a word that, like, has no meaning anymore. The KKK hates black people. That's what hate is. That's what hate is. Like, when black women say hate, it's like you're educated, yet you're not using the proper context. You hate black women. If black men hated y'all, y'all would not be running y'all mouth like y'all. Like, if black men hated y'all, unless black men, y'all know when a black man hates y'all, y'all know the difference. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all absolutely know when a black man hates y'all. Y'all are not around black men that hate y'all. Cause if y'all around, cause y'all won't be, cause y'all know when a black man hates y'all. I don't know why we capping. Like this, like that hate thing. Oh, I don't hate black women, and it puts you in like this position where you supposed to prove your undying love for black women, which means you need to start kissing ass. Notice how you don't really hear black women say, I don't hate black men. They'll own that. But anyway, that's them trying to tap into that winter soldier ship. You hate black women. I need you to prove you don't hate black women. I'm like, no, if that's what you believe, why you around me then? If you really believe that, you might as well go ahead and I'm not around people that hate me. I don't understand. I don't understand that. Y'all stay having babies by dudes apparently that hate black women. So when I hear that language, that's manipulation language. And a lot of y'all just need the deuce. Cause you know, it was one dude that was online. He said, yeah, we hate y'all. Now what? I saw that a couple days ago. You hate black? Yeah, we hate y'all. Now what? What you gonna do? Next. What's next? All right, y'all. Yeah. And the thing about it is the main reason it's blowing up is because of Andrew Schultz. But ain't nobody mentioning him. And anybody that tells me, well, we expect that from his kind, that's bullshit. Because I don't see none of y'all really doing anti-divester talk. I don't see that. No, y'all accept that. We expect it. You accept that. And if you accept that from him, I don't want to hear it. Y'all don't get to, because black women would for sure call out the hypocrisy if black men were just, if white women did something to a black man and then black men just act like it didn't happen. Oh man, you would never hear the end of it. Man, you would never hear the end of it. Are you serious? I mean, it's just amazing to me. Like, they really think somebody is stupid. No, I'm like, and here's the thing. That's the type of stuff they say amongst themselves when they're telling the truth. And this is why when something happens to somebody, y'all accept that too. This is y'all go radio silence when something happens to a black chick. And as soon as it's non-black, y'all ain't got nothing to say. And y'all don't understand. Y'all actually perpetuate that type of behavior because why would somebody care? Why would somebody care? It's just amazing to me. R.I.P. Tito Jackson. I guess he's the third one. People always go in threes. Yeah. This is why you mad. This is why they mad right here. This is what it is. This is really why they didn't say nothing.
And when I was in school, there was a group of black girls in my year that would bully me religiously. It didn't fucking bother me because
Now keep in mind, he's talking about in the UK, and I definitely believe it because we already know.
they were hideous anyway. I used to gun them hideous. So boy, in fact, on a daily, it would be like they used to call me half breed. They would say my dad is a sellout. They would say like, obviously like being mixed race. They'll say you're mixed up, you're confused, begging, trying to be black when you're not. All sorts from black girls, all sorts. And obviously, I had to chuck it back. So I apologize to anyone if I offended you, like peripherally, when I was gunning for these man, but I had to chuck it back because obviously, it was peak. Sam, why your dad's a sellout? I realized white girl, that's mad. That's crazy. Like, where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? Where's this hatred in you? Why?
That's funny, but I'm taking it back to the girl that was here. So
It's sexual politicking. That's what it is. And unfortunately, because they haven't, because they want to live in their narratives and they think they hating you because they want to be that chick. That's really what it is.
for example, she was in that experiment and she got to know someone that was white. Blah, blah, blah. What's to stop her from being happy with a white guy? Do you know what I mean?
Because she was in mixed kids.
She's desperate to have mixed race kids. She wants to be. She said she wants to be black. She wants to have mixed race kids. I have to be with a black. I'm like, why do you have to be with a black?
Why did she tell me to do this?
I have
That's a red flag then and there.
He's right. That is a red flag. I have to be with a black guy. I ain't gonna lie. That's funny. I don't even watch these people like that, but that's funny.
I'm like, why do you have to be with a black?
Why did she tell me to do this?
I have
That's a red flag then and there.
I mean, it's the same motherfuckers who will watch Auburn preach will watch these people. I mean, let's see what else.
If roles are reversed, if it's vice versa, the guy is white and the woman's black, they rate it so high, but it's still an interracial relationship.
To interrupt, what is it with? It sounds like I'm hating on black girls. I'm actually not. Even though I'll come back to it, I used to have such a stigma against black girls. They used to bully me. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so this is the first video.
I'll come back to it. I'll come back. Why do black girls want every type of guy to want to be only with black girls? So exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
If there's a white guy, especially if he's good looking, if they're good looking.
They say this like this is crazy.
Thank God we ain't from here. I'm a Texas girl. You see how you think you see. What is y'all fight though? So what makes the girl mad?
Like, just look at how they're interacting. First of all, how many dudes do you see? Well, you know, there's plenty of like black podcast interact with black female podcasts, but look at, like, seriously, like, look at how they're interacting with black females. Does that look like they're awkward around them? And those are black females. Like, even the chicks there were laughing. Talk about, I'm from Texas. I mean, for real. They got attacked. What are you talking about? Like, it's this, y'all just, and what it is a lot of these chicks are losers, man, for real. And I know people say that's cliche, but we gotta be real honest about that. A lot of these chicks are lames themselves, and they either dealing with a dude that's broke, they may like how he looks, and he's broke, or they really looking to trade up. And a lot of these dudes that's got paper, they not about to sit here and deal with no chick that they already know is gonna trade. It may be cheating on it. Like, dudes are not that goofy like that. And at the end of the day, you may like how a dude look, but if he broke, he broke. Like, let's just call that what it is. And so if you actually pay attention to this, I may actually do a couple of videos and actually spread those videos out again, because the thing about it is, if you hear their side, I mean, no baddies in Atlanta. First of all, I don't like the term baddies. No baddies in Atlanta? No baddies? Baddies? Like, come on, man. I ain't my baddie. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't even like that term. I ain't my baddie. I ain't my baddie. It's just like, first of all, black men, y'all need to stop calling chicks baddies. If you're attracted to her, fine. But baddie is a term that's a simp's vocabulary term. I'm not saying y'all should be just saying chicks that are attractive or ugly. I'm not saying that. But this, when y'all, she a baddie, she bad. That's you going out of your way to put her on a pedestal. And when has that ever worked? I've never understood you a baddie. You a baddie. Like, even on social media. Why? Why? What value do you get? You a baddie. You a baddie. Like the video, okay? You a baddie. Oh my God. Simp bots. Yeah, but the thing about it is the chicks in the conversation ain't even pressed. And truth be told, this getting controversial, it's a lot of people technically mission accomplished. Why do you have a guest on your podcast or your video in order to get stuff to go viral? They did them a solid. Because truth be told, they acting like they don't care. They didn't sit here and defend black women's honor. They didn't get him told. They didn't do the Harry Potter neck roll. They carried on the conversation. And they're going to benefit going viral. They're not going to go viral for they checked him, which is good. They're going viral. They let him say that. They let, other people going to comment on that. And it wasn't even that deep, because it was that deep, they would have said something. It wasn't even that deep. That's a conversation. Y'all, I'm not saying women gotta like it, but this thing where y'all just act like this is like a racial attack. The way you deal with it is top 10 bad. You come up with top 10 celebrities from Atlanta, top 10 influencers from Atlanta, females. Show the baddies from Atlanta. But see, the problem is that black women it's just like weave. They got this idea of what a baddie is, and the problem is women want to tell men what's attractive. White women do this, but black women do this in spades. What's attractive is what women tell you is attractive. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. So they get so offended when you say that's not attractive, because they're trying to tell you what's attractive. And by the way, that video I just played, that's off their platform. Still baddies in Atlanta, so they're getting the viral traffic. They're benefiting from what they said, and that's fine. They're doing what they're supposed to do. But the point is that at the end of the day, these are guys from the UK. So y'all can be mad at them. But remember, Idris Elba had to write a suicide note, because of K. Michelle. When I say suicide note, Idris Elba low-key broke up with all American black women. He wrote a letter as to why, basically saying, black sisters, Americans, I love you, but you got to do better than this. Wrote a letter. He hand wrote that. And then he got with the chick he with now. Think about that. And he's not the first one to do that. I think Tyree did that too, but think about that. Idris Elba wanted to date. He idealized a lot of African American women. Like, for real. Y'all can be mad, but what you gonna do about it? Because ultimately, those guys were comfortable enough to go on a female's podcast and have a normal conversation. It's just, you know, a lot of y'all look like, you know, these white chicks that they be having purple hair, and you can just tell y'all are undesirable, and y'all just want to burn it all down. Y'all are like female jokers because you all are undesirable. You can just tell who's like that online, for real. These chicks, they always in the comment section, don't never show their face at all. And y'all know I show mine, so let's stop playing the game. Anyway, I gotta go. It's been great. We did this for an hour. Gave y'all a good hour. I mean, those chicks were alright, but they had, you know, the typical. Make sure y'all support that Cash App. Appreciate the $5. Appreciate the $5 from Mr. Melanoid. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Be paying attention to the next shorts that are coming out, the videos that are coming out. If y'all haven't checked out the Shannon video, go ahead, but check that out. If for nothing else, then the video quality is gonna get better. Or leave a comment, let me know what you think. I actually may do another video on, you know, some stylists trying to out Shannon Sharp. You know, that angle is going to be why every black man got to be gay to successful. Why it's got to be asterisks on every black man's name. You know, and, you know, be looking out for the content coming out, because these last 2 weeks, I'm definitely going to try to fireball it too. And like I said, if I do panels and lives, it's going to be, hell, I may even do, if I get it loud enough, I may just do it live right here on my phone and just show it like that. Shit. But anyway, I mean, I don't even know. That assassination thing, I got to research that. I may check that out on Patreon. Appreciate new Patreon folks. Make sure y'all hit up the Patreon, because there's going to be content I just don't want to talk about on YouTube. It's going to have to be on Patreon because stuff is getting crazy. And with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.